Hey Canucks fans, how badly do you want Nikita Tryamkin to return to the Vancouver Canucks? I'm Clay Emo, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter, I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram, I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Wednesday, May the 20th. I bring this topic up because, as we know, Nikita Tryamkin's contract in the KHL has once again expired. The Canucks own his rights as a restricted free agent, so there's no rush to do anything with him right now. But a lot of people are asking, could he help this Canucks team? Could he make the Canucks lineup? Could he bolster the blue line? Especially given that he can play the right side, and we know that Chris Tanev's a UFA and Troy Stetcher's an RFA. So some would say he can slide right in and help this team, help by filling a void. But I would say, and I've always said for the past year or so, I'm not so sure. I'm not convinced. I don't think that he's an effective or the best NHL player. Now, granted, when he was here a few years ago, I was intrigued by his short time here. He had 2 points in 13 games in his first season in 2015-2016. And then 2016-2017, he actually played 66 games, so more than 3/4 of the season. And he had 9 points and 64 penalty minutes. And he showed flashes. You know, I loved his fight when he fought against Jamie Benn of Dallas. He didn't fight his, Jordy Benn. He fought Jamie Benn of Dallas. He had some good hits. He actually had a couple nice points and everything. Not a lot of points, right? He only had 9 points in those 66 games. But at least there was some good flashes of good hockey skill there. And I think the fans are really intrigued by his size, 6'7", 250 pounds. And for his size, he could move pretty well. You know, he wasn't the fastest skater. You're not gonna be the fastest skater ever if you're 6'7", but he could move pretty well. And I do remember I have visions of him just sometimes unorthodoxly just darting down the ice and not playing with the most structure overall for sure. Then we know that, to everyone's surprise, he left the team at the end of that season. He cited differences, philosophical differences with head coach Willie Desjardins at the time. He didn't like the smell of the city, i.e. it smelled of weed, and he didn't think Vancouver was the cleanest city. I think it was his girlfriend or his fiancée at the time maybe didn't like the city. So there are a lot of things, and maybe a lot of people, a lot of Canucks fans almost felt betrayed. I'm not in that boat. I didn't feel betrayed at all. The fact that, you can go wherever you want. He was allowed to. The Canucks allowed him to go. They released him to go, let him go play back in Russia, but they retained his rights. But I'm saying from a pure hockey point of view, I don't know if he's an upgrade. I don't know if he brings you anything that Jordy Benn or Oscar Fantenberg that they bring already, right? And Harman Dial of The Athletic actually wrote an article about Tryamkin yesterday, and he said a lot of the similar things that I've been saying over the past half a year. And that doesn't make me man genius or if Harman's boy genius, but it was nice to see that someone else who obviously very bright was kind of thinking along the same lines. So again, the positives, good size, obviously decent speed for his size, and there would be a role for him to fill. There likely be a position for him to fill on the right side. If we think we lose Stetcher and Tanev, then you're looking at right side of Myers, Rafferty, and then there's a spot right there on the third pairing. But like Harman Dial pointed out, a lot of pitfalls in his game. Obviously he's not going to be the fastest guy anyways because of his size, but even his decision making leaves a little bit to be desired. His decision making, his footwork, once he gets going, he's fine, but how quick does he pivot? How quick does he change direction? How quick does he anticipate the play? And how quick does that message get from his head down to his feet? Not just because he's 6'7", but just the overall hockey IQ and his actual puck skills. And Harman did a really good job pointing this out as well in his article in The Athletic. His actual puck skills were just okay. A lot of times he would ice the puck, or he wouldn't make a good first pass, or he would kind of put the puck into not the most safest or unsafest spot, but not on a teammate's stick is my point. He kind of just put it to the corner or put it at the boards, and then it becomes a 50-50 battle. And Harman Dial, speaking of battles, even mentioned that Tryamkin actually surprisingly loses a lot of board battles despite his size. You look at his when he went back to Russia too, after his stint with the Canucks, the first season back, he did really well, and he was actually named captain and named an all-star, I believe. And then it kind of went down from there, and you see it in his points. In 27-18, he had 25 points in 51 games. In the next season, he only had 11 points in 41 games. And this season, he had 11 points again, but in 58 games. So I know points per game isn't always the best statistic when it comes to a defenseman, but you can see even his production has regressed the past 3 seasons in Russia. So it's kind of interesting. I wouldn't, I think Harman used the term polarizing. I wouldn't say Tryamkin's polarizing from a standpoint of, you either love him or hate him, or everyone loves him or everyone hates him. I don't hate him. Like, I don't have anything against him. I just don't see him as being a significant contributor to our team. I don't see him being a significant upgrade over someone like Jordy Ben, who can play on that right side if we need him to. I don't see him being worth the money that he may likely want, given that he's a little older and he's had a stint in the league already. Would he accept a demotion to Utica to work on his game a little bit? I don't know. And the fact that he's turning 26 years old this August, not like he's a spring chicken. So maybe we've already seen him peak as a player. So many questions regarding Nikita Tryamkin, not a lot of answers, and I'm not sure the Canucks are in a place where they have the time and the patience if they want to risk any money, any substantial money in a guy who might max out as a third pairing D-man. So those are some thoughts for you. It's basically same things I've been saying for the past 6 months. Yes, he's got good size. He's got decent speed once he gets going. And then can you imagine though, right side you have to face off Tyler Myers and then Nikita Tryamkin. Those are some big boys. But the footwork, the hockey IQ, the lack of passing, and all those things, kind of a lot of negatives that kind of, to me, tip the scales a little bit to say, I don't know if he's going to be worth the time and the money that some fans may think he is. So I would love to know what you think. The question of the day is, do you want to see Nikita Tryamkin back with the Vancouver Canucks? Leave a comment below. I'd love to read, react, and reply as always. Subscribe if you like to. Like this video if you like to. And if you're around on Facebook tonight around 7:30, I'll be doing a Facebook Live, not necessarily Canucks related, just a chance to check in with people tonight on Facebook. So if you're friends with me there, you can check that out, because I'm not doing a live stream tonight. We're going to save it to Sunday, but I'll talk about that more heading into Sunday, because we have some options how to make that Sunday live stream a lot of fun with Sean and with Jacob and with some athletic competitions that we can work into that live stream this Sunday. So look, I'll talk about that going forward throughout the rest of the week. But for today, I want to know what you think, what you want when it comes to Nikita Tryamkin. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay safe, stay healthy. Have a great day, God bless, and go Canucks go.